Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Nice to see you all here. Let's talk about security. So as you can see, there's almost like 15 billion connected devices to the internet right now. Industrial IoT devices that are connected through high throughput networks over 5G. It's estimated by 2027 there will be twice the amount. So that would mean that for everyone on the audience here, there's like 4 IoT devices that need to be managed, updated, secured, and taken care of. That's a lot of responsibility, and it's growing exponentially. So the market size is definitely there. So let's take a look at the press. What's going on out there? Casino gets hacked through a fish tank thermometer. What's more humiliating than this, right? Just a thermometer in your fish tank. Or 83 million IoT devices are endangered with hacking. Or getting into your company through a printer. That's something unexpected, right? Or even more serious things. How to overpower or overthrow a power grid in the United States through turning on and off a couple of thousand air conditioners. You can actually turn off the whole city. So you could go on, and as an icing on the cake, I got this for you. Hackers use ransomware to lock up internet-enabled chastity belts, where are also IoT devices. You really don't want that. You want your hardware to be up-to-date and secure. So with that, hello, we are MODINO, and we are working on safe and secure updates. We are a SaaS platform that ensures uptime for IoT devices through safe and secure software delivery. So what is the problem with IoT, in spite of all those flashy headlines? IoT devices these days are mass-produced. As you've seen, they're like in billions, and that doesn't go very well with quality. And IoT devices are also prone to software errors. We're just humans, right? We create code that is full of errors and security vulnerabilities, and it's a maintenance hell. And some of them are e-waste the moment you exit the factory door. And that is a problem because we are dying in a pile of waste out there, and that's against EU regulations. Moreover, all IoT devices are attack vectors. We're all responsible. They're connected to the internet, and they can be used against us. They can help us, but they also can be used against us for data theft, removal, ransomware. Very popular in the medical services these days. And it's also difficult to manage them, especially when it comes to scale. I mean, imagine a factory when it has hundreds or thousands of devices with weak connectivity, and you need to update all of them one by one. So, those devices are difficult to update. I've heard all around when I've been working here that they're being done manually, if at all. They're expensive because they're human-made, problematic, time-consuming, especially for a large cohort of devices like I mentioned in the factory. And everybody is affected, and everybody's responsible for security here. Manufacturers and integrators from all industry branches, robotics, sensors, Industry 4.0, so the smart factories out there. So just to give you real-world examples that impacted us here in Europe and in the Middle East. First, Stuxnet, that you have heard, injected infected rootkits to PLC controllers, something that is close to your hard guys, causing them to behave erratically, infecting more than 200,000 computers and causing 1,000 or even more centrifuges used to enrich nuclear materials to spin so fast that they malfunctioned. I wouldn't want that to happen. Something more recent, Industroyer attacks Ukrainian power grid, causing mass power outages, and more than 3 million people in Kiev are without electricity for at least an hour. And Industroyer was exploiting older industrial protocols that are still being widely used because they just work, right? Which are created without cybersecurity in mind, and that is very dangerous. Right, so we have a solution for those problems with our SaaS platform, where our customers are creating special updates or software delivery builds or images that are being tested and published to a private or on-premise cloud that comprises a toolkit for building these images and an image repository, so you can select which update you can put to your devices. And it's also always vulnerability monitoring the whole thing, so you always know whether your images are up to date. And in the end, you've got cohorts of your IoT devices where your updates are being deployed without any manual involvement. So we believe we do things right. First of all, it's a universal solution. It can work on pretty much anything that has an operating system. So machines, sensors, robots, smart grid, medical devices, servers, edge computing, virtual machines, anything. And it's not hardware bound. It works on Intel, ARM, or pretty much anything that is out there that, again, has an operating system. Our favorite one is Linux, but we can also do it on Windows. And it's all about safe software delivery, meaning that atomic updates, they always get delivered in spite even of low network throughput. And we ensure that the software is applied, so the devices are never online. They're never offline, and there is an automatic rollback procedure that will always take you back online, keeping the devices working for you. So what we also do is your IoT devices are being monitored for malicious behavior. Something strange happening, you will know about that. And vulnerability monitoring, as I said, in the container images, so we always know whether any of your third-party libraries are vulnerable, and you need to fix them in order to be safe and secure. And what we also believe that is quite important for the whole industry is zero trust, meaning that all system participants, every single bit and piece, must confirm their identity before participating in the network. And that means using strong applied cryptography. So your data is yours, and MODINO cannot access it even if you want it because it's encrypted by your keys. So now I'd like to show you a short demo of what we have been achieved for some time now. And would you be so kind and play it for me?
We're going to those two Raspberry Pi boxes that are streaming video to YouTube through those cameras with custom-made streaming software. However, the video streams have a purple tint to them, and I was asked to adjust that. I have identified the issue in my code and fixed it. Next, I created a new encrypted and signed container image with MODINO DevOps Toolkit, and I'm uploading it to the MODINO Cloud. The image will get processed by the MODINO Cloud, and it will be distributed to designated IoT devices, here our Raspberry Pis. The agents running on those IoT devices periodically ask for available updates. Since an update is available, it is downloaded, verified, decrypted, and instantiated. In case bringing up the new container image fails, the previous one is brought up again to ensure minimal downtime. As the new container image was successfully brought up, you can see the video stream quality improved. That concludes the demo. Thank you for watching.
I would like to talk about our value proposition here. So MODINO's value proposition is based on 4 foundations. First one is security. So we want to maintain your company's image because you're going to be compliant with regulatory standards such as GDPR or even other ones in the US. Greater client trust of yours, clients. Up-to-date software is not only a matter of security, but it's also a delivery of new features and faster software because you can fix it. Cost and time savings with safe delivery, so faster recovery from broken software because your software can contain errors, is just done by automatic rollback, and that's very useful in cohorts of devices. And up-to-date software is fundamental to mitigating attacks, and average cost of a system recovery is around $330,000. That's a lot of money. Credibility, that's the second foundation. Failed update never results in a brick device. We always give you a previous state and it's always available, or even different states you can select from through the web app. Increased profit through better company image. I mean, your solutions are not victim of cyber attacks, right? And regulators like the European Union Committee, they're going to be happy because they're always coming with new laws, and that will require devices to be updated. Hence, it will generate less e-waste. They're not one-time offs. Third foundation, safety and confidence. So maintain minimal device downtime because a device offline is a costly device. You don't want it. Ensuring continuous market access, that means that we'll be keeping your devices compliant with all the regulators so you can keep on operating on the market. And last but not least, the fourth foundation, remote management. We believe you don't need to send people to fix things. So it's reduced maintenance cost. Remote updates are cheaper than manual ones. And it's a lower risk of device failure because frequent updates ensure efficient IoT device operation. So our customers focus on what they do best in their business, not on updating software. So just to give you some examples, one of it is a case with windmill update. So imagine you've got this windmill farm deployed somewhere in the Northern Sea, and a storm is coming, and you need to update those because they are missing a critical piece of software that will allow them to close down when the storm hits. For some reason, nobody anticipated that. So you send a team into the storm, and that's becoming very, very dangerous. And with MODINO, you could actually update these devices remotely at any time, not only saving time and money of the devices that might be offline or even be destroyed, but you're actually saving people's lives that might actually get harmed during that action. A different one, less dramatic. Those are the EV chargers, something that is getting more and more popular, also in Europe. They are very often in remote places, and those can be connected to very slow networks, and that is something that we also specialize in, so we can update these as you go. You don't need to send people to update those devices. So we have a strong team. That's the founding fathers of MODINO, and I'm Błażej. Nice to meet you guys. And together with me, I got Radosław, our project business manager and business developer, chief design officer. And with me also there is Jacob, who is our CDO, an IT architect, MODINO system design. We both have a strong applied cryptography background, and Radek has a strong background in service and product design. So I think we have a strong team that is backed by all those beautiful people here, working on the designs, working on the management of the whole thing, front end, back end, and DevOps. So we are full steam ahead developing the product as we go. So we have just concluded an MVP. The product is ready to be tested, and well, we're looking for friends. So first of all, we're looking for partners that are interested in running MODINO as a pilot in their company. Then partners who are interested in white label solutions and deployments. We can actually enrich your software with safe and secure updates. Third, integrators, interested in expanding their value proposition with safe and secure software delivery, because it's very often omitted. Then IoT device manufacturers, because everybody's affected, who wants to deliver a holistic software experience. It's not only one-off, you just deliver it and forget it. You can always keep your customers in the loop in a nice, seamless way. And last but not least, investors. We're looking for people interested in collaborative product development through smart money. And that means a lot. So thank you so much for listening. Come over and talk to us. Cheers.